Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your October 2017 mid-month general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today and welcome to any newcomers. Thank you always to those of you who continue to watch, listen, follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Your support and feedback and comments are very much welcome and always appreciated. Thank you so much and keep those coming. A big thank you to those of you who continue to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings, and a thank you to my regular clients as well. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, just turning my music down here, trying to. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on that About button or description button, and that'll give you a little more information and details on what I do. I do a wide variety of readings and different types of spreads in all the different areas of your life. And it also has my contact information. You can contact me at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So turnaround time for scheduled readings, live or recorded, is usually pretty fast. I can usually get back with you within the same day of initial contact and set up a reading within a 1 to 3 week period of time, almost always within that period of time. So if you're interested, contact me there. For those of you who just want a quick little burst or just have 1 or 2 quick questions, you can find me on Instant Go, which is a wonderful, cool iPhone app. Free to download, of course, and then you can just take it from there. You can contact me from there. It's more for I'll be posting a video about that a little later this week. You can contact me there through either phone or text messaging. And it's just for quick questions. It's not really the in-depth personal. It is personal, but it's not like the in-depth scheduled reading. So for those of you who are looking for that, of course, contact me via email. We'll set something up for that. This is more just 1 or 2 quick questions that I can usually get back to you within the same day. That's Instant Go, the Instant Go app for iPhone users. Be patient, Android users. It's coming for you next year, I believe. So moving right along, make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well, because as you know, these are general readings. There's many of you watching, so of course they're not going to mean the same thing in the same areas of your life to the same degree and intensity for everybody watching. I mean, that would be impossible. And sometimes your rising or your moon sign may reflect a little more predictively for you, during some readings than others. And just by watching all 3, if you know them and if you can give you additional insight and clarification to what's going on in your life. So try to watch all 3 if you can. So let's get into this. This reading is for the air sign of Aquarius. Our lovely Aquarians are water bearers for October 2017 mid-month, the last half of October 2017. I'll be pulling 2 cards for each of the remaining 2 weeks with an additional 5th card from the bottom of the deck for overall energy and guidance. Aquarius for October 2017 mid-month. All right, Aquarius, we have the Chariot. You're like the 3rd sign the Chariot's come up for. And not only do I shuffle the cards on screen here before I begin, but I shuffle in between as well. So seems to be a theme. We have the Chariot with the 5 of Wands, and we have the Sun. That Sun's been popping up too, with the Ace of Wands. Wow. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the 7 of Wands. All right, let's take a look here, Aquarius. Some of you may be going on vacation, taking a trip, or needing to take a much-needed trip. Some of you I'm getting too with this combination of the Chariot and the 5 of Wands. Some of you may be working really hard to stay responsible. It's kind of interesting. That's just a message I've gotten. Okay, And the lovely thing is that you have the Chariot and the Sun side by side. Beautiful, powerful cards. So we find ourselves around the middle of the month or so, time being somewhat fluid, as I always say, with the Chariot and the Five of Wands. So the Chariot is a major arcana card, fingers of the divine, as I like to call them, energies of God's spirit, the angels and guides. The Chariot is a card of success, swift, powerful success because of how you conduct yourself. This is powerful, forward, successful movement that comes from sheer determination, perseverance, putting one foot in front of the other, staying focused on your goals, not allowing anything to get in your way, to distract you, to make you lose momentum, pulling together all the resources you need in order to accomplish and propel something forward successfully. Very strong, strong card. It can be a card of being very ambitious and driven as well, but successful in doing that because you don't let anything stop you, slow you down, or get in your way. Now, it's paired with the Five of Wands. And you have out of all 5 of your cards, Aquarius, you have 3 wand cards, which is fire energy, and 2 major arcana cards. So pretty powerful, pretty strong, and fast moving as well, because wands being fire, the energy is also quite fast moving, or can be. So the Chariot is accompanied by the Five of Wands. Wands is fire energy, so it's this is a very active, dynamic, fluid suit, forward moving. It's the energy of the suit of Wands can be creative, building, manifesting energy, exciting, fiery energy. The Five of Wands can be a card of conflict, external or internal conflict, or a combination of both. It can reflect competitive energy too. It can also reflect sportsmanship and just having fun for the purposes of having fun, or sometimes, friendly competition for the purposes of improving your skills, which is what these men are doing. So for some of you, this is going to play out differently. And as I always say in a reading, especially for general readings, because there's so many of you watching, how the specifics and details play out in your lives and what area of your life may vary, because there's so many of you watching, depending on which Aquarius you are. But the energy fundamentally remains the same. For some of you, this is going to play out... Some of you, this combination of the Chariot and the Five of Wands can represent that you are trying to stay focused, strong, driven, still focused on your goals in the middle of perhaps a bit of chaos or discord or conflict. For some of you, or this is about needing to. Some of you, this is about trying to overcome a sense of maybe being too irresponsible or too playful, and trying to maintain a good balance of energy and staying focused. Some of you, especially with the Seven of Wands being overall energy and guidance, for some of you, because that's a defensive, protective, guarding energy as well. Whether it plays out maybe a little more on the negative or the positive side depends on who you are and kind of the other cards as well. Some of you, this can represent that you may want to take a look, particularly in work or career or project of some kind. You may be so driven and so ambitious or so focused on accomplishing something you've set out to do, or accomplishing something that you want, that you may be kind of overdoing it a bit. You may be being a little too ambitious or driven, maybe not paying enough attention to what's going on around you. It may be causing some conflict within your life as well. So for those of you for whom that may resonate more on a more internal level, you may want to pay attention to that over the next couple of weeks. It's always very good to have goals, to set goals, and to really focus on those and to keep moving forward. But we don't want to do it at the expense of ourselves or relationships with people around us as well. So kind of pay attention to that for those of you for whom that means something. Others of you, you're really maintaining a balance. You're trying to maintain a balance between staying focused on your goals and maybe having a healthy social life too. Some of you, actually, I'm getting some advice and guidance too for another group of you, that you may be so focused on work, career, some kind of project of something that you're forgetting that you also need to take some time off, and you also need to have fun, maybe get out in the sun, maybe get out and enjoy yourself a little bit, because that can actually have a positive effect on our productivity as well. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy kind of thing. We don't want that either. Kind of a balancing act over the next couple of weeks. Now, next to that, towards the end of the month or so, we have a very powerful and lovely combination of cards. We have the Sun with the Ace of Wands. So the Sun is probably one of the, if not the most uplifting positive cards in the tarot. When you think about everything the Sun brings, life, love, warmth, laughter, illumination, clarification, insight, solutions, there's also a strong theme of just fun, social energy, getting out, enjoying yourself, laughing. The Sun also represents an uplifting of energy. A lot of times when you see the Sun in a reading, it can represent a loosening up of restrictive energies. Finances get a little bit easier. It can also represent needing to get out and kind of connect socially, just have some getting out and having some fun. The Sun increases all the positive energy of surrounding cards in a spread and can lessen and even sometimes negate any painful or challenging energies of cards around it. So it's really lovely, and it's sitting right next to the Chariot. So again, for those of you who have been really driven and focused and working hard on something in your life, make sure to check that you're not going overboard in that direction, that you're still leaving time for fun and social time in your life and in relationships around you too, because that's a healthy balance, and it's actually in the long run going to increase your success and productivity. Now the sun is kind of, when I see the Sun, I often want to draw a deep breath and release it, because it's just kind of a release of maybe pent-up energy or restrictive energies. So the Sun is accompanied by the Ace of Wands. We have more fire energy here. Aces represent the number 1. They represent the beginning of a new path. Seeds that hold a lot of promise and potential if they're taken care of, planted at the right time, nurtured and taken care of. Otherwise, the Ace of Wands could fizzle out as a great new idea which doesn't get acted on or doesn't get followed through with. So there's seeds which contain a lot of potential, seeds of a change, seeds of the beginning of a new path, a new beginning, which has a lot of potential. So this is the Ace of Wands. So this new potential is exciting. It's got you fired up. It holds a lot of promise. It's maybe creative, building, manifesting energy. I feel like some of you you may have been just pouring yourself into something, work, career, project, something which has really been taking up all of your focus. And again, and this is going to vary depending on who's watching. For some of you, it may be a bit of overkill. It may be creating maybe some conflict with the people around you in relationships. Some of you may need to take a look at how you're moving towards those goals. You want to make sure that you maintain a balance here, both within the people around you or your relationships, and also with yourself. It looks like a lot of you, regardless of how this is reflecting in your life and the details, make sure to maintain balance. Get out and enjoy yourself. Have some fun. Have a good, healthy social life as well. Looks like there's going to be an exciting new opportunity, and it may already be in front of you right now. Some of you, this may be an opportunity to travel. Some of you, this may be an opportunity for partnership or working with others within a project of some kind. There is a lot of fire energy here, and your overall guidance and advice is the Seven of Wands from the bottom of the deck. This is defensive, protective, guarding energy. It can sometimes, so for some of you, this is going to, again, be, you're defending something that you have a lot invested in. You can see this man is standing in front of the door to his castle, his keep, his home, whatever it is that you've been kind of putting yourself into. And he feels like it's being threatened or challenged somehow, so he's defending it. And with the Five of Wands together too in this reading, again, for some of you, there's a bit, I'm just feeling kind of overkill. There's a little bit too much, being too hyper defensive in what you're wanting to achieve or go for. Not that the goal in and of itself is wrong, but it just may be that you want to take a closer look at how you're moving forward, how you're trying to achieve it, the methods that you're using, or how, driven, ambitious, and focused you are on this. For others of you, it's going to be a little bit on the other side of the coin, that you have this goal, this something that you're working towards. And again, there's so much fire energy. This could be a creative artistic endeavor, a project of some kind. It could be that there may be some conflict around you, but you need to just kind of power through and stay focused. But again, balanced. We don't want to like step on other people on the way to achieving our goals, or ignore the people in our lives that are important to us too as well. Some of you may be getting an opportunity to travel for a project. Very exciting energy. I mean, overall, this is a beautiful, strong, kind of intense sort of reading. I think even with the challenging energy, for those of you who maybe are experiencing some of this conflict or this hyper drive, the sun here will temper that quite a bit. And again, advice to make sure to maintain a balance in what you're doing. Pay attention to your own needs and the needs of the people around you that matter to you, in terms of, taking care of yourself, getting out there and having fun, and, still kind of maintaining that balance between going for what you want, working hard for what you want, and taking care of yourself in a social way, healthy social life and fun and all of that as well. It does look like you're ending the month and going into November with an exciting new opportunity that just has you almost kind of, I almost get this image of Tinkerbell kind of splattering pixie dust, happy fairy dust all over the place. You're just so excited about whatever this new opportunity is. Artistic, creative, and again, some of you, it's travel. I keep getting travel as well. So stay strong, focused, but maintain that balance too. Don't lose sight of your own personal honor, integrity, and compassion at the same time. So Aquarius, that pretty much wraps up your October 2017 mid-month general readings. I hope you've enjoyed them. Thank you so much for watching them. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the November 2017 general readings. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, just go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the About or Description button for more information. I'll look at what I do and what I offer, and my contact information, which is Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com, for scheduling in-depth personal one-on-one readings, and I do a variety of types of those. And for a quick 1 or 2 questions, just to get kind of a quick, more immediate answer on other issues which are not quite so in-depth perhaps, you can find me on Instant Go, which is a great, cool iPhone app. Android users, it's coming for you next year. That's just for, quicker answers, which are not more long and in-depth personal readings that I do, even though this is personal too. It offers you the option of text or phone messaging, and I will be posting a video about that in a day or two. But for those of you who want something longer and more in-depth, or a one-on-one live with me, especially face-to-face or recorded readings, you can contact me through email, and we'll set something up for you just as quick as we can. Thank you again for watching, Aquarius, and as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.